China's President Xi Jinping issued a direct warning to President Donald Trump regarding the United States' recent approval of a historic $11.1 billion arms package for Taiwan during their first telephone conversation in months. The Chinese leader characterized the Taiwan issue as the most dangerous point of contention in the bilateral relationship and explicitly urged Washington to exercise prudence in its military support for the island. This diplomatic friction centers on a massive transfer of advanced lethal weaponry that signals a fundamental shift in American defense strategy for the region. The deal moves beyond traditional symbols of military power to prioritize a porcupine strategy designed to make an amphibious invasion too costly and difficult for Beijing to attempt. The most contentious element of this security assistance involves a significant expansion of Taiwan's long-range strike capabilities. The United States government has authorized the sale of 82 high-mobility artillery rocket systems, commonly known as HIMARS, along with 420 Army tactical missile systems. These missiles represent a critical upgrade because they possess a range of 300 kilometers. Previous artillery systems provided to Taiwan were largely limited to short-range defensive operations against forces already landing on the beaches. The introduction of these longer-range missiles allows Taiwanese commanders to target assembly areas, fuel depots, and ports located on the Chinese mainland. This technical change transforms the tactical situation by placing the staging grounds for any potential invasion directly under threat before ships even leave the harbor. The agreement also includes a substantial investment in unmanned aerial systems that aligns with the Pentagon's focus on low-cost, mass-produced autonomous weapons. Approximately $1 billion of the package is allocated for the procurement of loitering munitions, often referred to as suicide drones. Specific models such as the ATACMS designed to be launched in large swarms that can confuse and overwhelm the air defense systems of an attacking naval fleet. A separate allocation of $1 billion will fund a sophisticated tactical network to integrate these drones with missile batteries. This digital infrastructure ensures that when a drone detects a target at sea, the information is instantly relayed to firing units on land to execute a rapid strike. This integration is intended to deny an adversary control of the airspace and waters surrounding the island. The timing of this package is particularly sensitive as it coincides with renewed efforts to stabilize relations between the world's two largest economies. United States officials have engaged in a series of high-level talks with their Chinese counterparts to establish guardrails against accidental conflict. However, the scale and nature of the new arms package test the limits of these diplomatic channels. The decision to supply weapons capable of striking the mainland crosses a red line for Beijing that previous administrations had often hesitated to approach. This move indicates that Washington has determined that the risk of angering Beijing is outweighed by the urgent need to harden Taiwan's defenses against a rapidly modernizing Chinese military. The strategic intent behind the porcupine approach is to convince decision-makers in Beijing that a military unification campaign would result in unacceptable losses and political failure. By flooding the island with mobile, concealable, and lethal weapons, the United States aims to create a defensive depth that cannot be easily neutralized by a preemptive missile barrage. The traditional reliance on large platforms like warships and fighter jets is being supplemented and in some cases replaced by this focus on survivability and lethality. The success of this deterrent strategy depends entirely on whether the equipment can be manufactured and delivered before any potential conflict erupts. The coming year will be a critical test of whether the United States can navigate the twin challenges of fulfilling these defense contracts and managing the geopolitical fallout with China. The interaction between these military transfers and the broader economic relationship will likely define the trajectory of global stability for the foreseeable future.